Hello?
Hey,
Hey. Okay, let's get this party started. Hello and welcome to the Social Butterfly Show, where I interview people that I feel are talented and whose opinion I know needs to be shared. Today we have, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Kitty Kobaine.
Hey, so let's start off with how you got your name.
Um, well, I got my name in what was it, Miami, back in 2011. Um, when I originally was dancing, my dance name was Kiwi when I went there, but it was a lot of girls that danced under fruit names. So they was like, no, we don't. We got a girl named that here already. So they just looked at me and I had a Hello Kitty tattoo, and it was like, we gonna call you Kitty, but um when it was like it would be like a lot of girls coming. This was when I worked at King of Diamonds in Miami.
Mhm.
A lot of girls would come and they would have the same name. So I never wanted to change my name. I just added the Cobain on the end.
Nice. And you know the history of the Kobaine, like why did that name specifically attract you?
Um, it wasn't the history of the name itself. Actually, I switched some letters around to make it unique. So like
Hmm.
some people they're like, oh, like Kurt Cobain, like he's an icon, and I'm just like, kind of, but not really.
Right.
um
Yeah.
it's a lot of girls that they say cocaine in their name. Like they'll say like Keisha Cocaine or something like that. So I just switched up the letters, and instead of saying cocaine, I said Cobain, and changed the C's in the name to a K and then a B, just to make it just sound different. It got like a little pop to it.
Yeah. It's fun to say too, like Kitty Kobaine. Like I always put like a little twang on it for some reason. I feel like a
Yeah.
country girl. But so your history in the dance industry, like what made you start, like what was your journey bouncing around? Because for me, like I think you're the most well-traveled dancer that I've followed for a while. Because I've
hmm
only danced in Detroit, so I never got to experience like Miami or Atlanta. So could you tell us a little bit about that?
Uh, okay, well, when I started off. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. Um, we had moved to Columbus, Ohio, my senior year of high school,
Hmm.
and really, originally, I was a party promoter. So like when I was like 17, I was promoting like 18 and up parties and stuff like that. So I had a little buzz already. Like people knew who I was, but it was
Right.
just a shocker when I decided to dance. They're like, "Whoa, where, where this come
Well,
from?" But
right.
um growing up I did like performing arts and stuff, so like dancing was my passion. Like I was into music, I used to write music and everything, so it was just something that was for me, and like music was my therapy, dancing was my therapy, so that was always my thing. I wanted to be a choreographer, but I'm like, the strip club, the money there.
Right.
So
Definitely. So like
yeah.
what I remember, the the first place I ever danced was Pantheon. And then
mm,
like I was in Jaguar for a little
mm-hmm.
while, and then I tried to bounce around 8 Mile, but I ended up just sticking to Legends because I'm more of a small girl.
Yeah,
So the black bars didn't really like stick to me. Like they respect me for my pole tricks, but
yeah,
I
because you
I
cold on the
couldn't.
pole. I've seen your work.
Thank you. I really I try to keep it up. Like that is my thing. I love dancing. I'm in New York right now pursuing my career as a performance artist. So
Mm-hmm.
I really love dance, but I guess like could you tell us a little bit about like the different scenes, like what's Miami like compared to Atlanta for you?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. Because that was one of the first places I went to far, was
Hmm.
actually Miami, and I drove there from
Oh,
Ohio.
that's
Um,
a child.
so here's the gig with that. I was like 18, going on 19, and I don't know. It's like dancing was something I just wanted to do. When I turned 18, I just jumped in there, boom, head first. 18th birthday, I'm in here. What's up?
What's
And
good?
I'm not even gonna lie. I'll be honest. My very first night dancing, I made like probably $30 at one bar. It was a white bar called Dreamers in
Hmm.
Columbus, Ohio. on the north
Oh,
side. And then like
okay.
all the older girls, they were just like, "Oh, we're going to this after hour." And I'm just like, "What?" And they're just like, "Yeah, it's more money over there," and this, that, and the third. So I'm like, "Shoot, I'll go with y'all." So I'll jump in
Okay.
the car with them. I'll remind you, this is how much of a social butterfly I was at the time. Like, I don't even know these
Hmm.
girls from Can of Paint, and we just politicking. I'll jump in the car with them. So I'll go with them. We go to this bar or whatever. And like when I say we coming off the freeway exit, it was so stacked. Like it was hard to like get up in there because the exit was just like all the cars was going to that spot. Like it was an after
Hmm.
hour. Going it was like truth,
Oh.
but like an after hour in Columbus and like all the out of town big ballers and whatever was going there. So it was my first night, you know. I'm like, shoot, this look lit. I'm going in there. I dance or whatever. I pay my little the tip out of the money I made from the other bar.
Hmm.
Girl, made like $350. You know, that's a lot to somebody that
Yes.
just came. They like, ooh, I ain't did nothing. I'm here dancing like I'm at a club.
Right.
So yeah,
Lit.
that was that. And then I had went to my first place traveling to dancing was I went to Dayton, Ohio, and then from
Okay.
Dayton, Ohio, then I ended up going to Miami. So when I got to Miami, we really weren't even in Miami first. We were in West Palm Beach, which was like an hour or so from Miami. And the
Okay.
girls, it was just I was went with two older girls. They were like in their they had to be like 30 already. I was 18.
Okay.
So I'm just with them and I'm just like, okay, so what we doing? Like, did we come to work? What we doing? They trying to kick it and shit. I'm like, girl, I didn't come for that. I got a whole
Right.
man at home. I'm not, this not what I came for. I came to dance.
Yes.
So, they got the little kicking or whatever out their system. We worked at a bar in West Palm, but I forget. But the guy, he was just so infatuated. Like he was just like, I love your chest. It was the older white guy. I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay. He's like, yeah, you guys can work tonight. But the way that we worked, being from Ohio, they were looking at us like, what the fuck? Because we was dancing all on the floor. We were dancing,
Hmm.
dancing. And you know, like in a bar that's like established and put together, you're not supposed to be dancing on the floor. Like you stand up
Right.
and dance and get your money. Like you don't do all of that extra shit.
Right.
So girl, they was looking at us crazy. Like, we know y'all not from here. Then we went from there and finally made our way into Miami. Well, I found Miami. This was before the GPSs were accurate and on point. You know, before with the new touch screens, you had to like pay attention to the signs and read the directions, or you wasn't
Okay.
gonna make it. Um, yeah, I had just got up and I'm just like, I just went club hunting. It was just like all over. And what bar did we go to? A couple girls, they were like, go to Coco's. That was one of
Okay.
the first bars I worked at in Miami. And Coco's is anybody ever been in Miami know what Coco's is about.
Uh, okay. So you
that's
wasn't
that's
even
one of
trying
them
to.
little wild look. It's like Pantheon, but not like Pantheon. It's most strictly VIP action.
Okay.
We been from where we from. We don't know nothing about that because we're just like where we at. We just shake ass and get money. That's what it is. Ain't no rooms
Right.
and no none of that. Like we dancing on tables. If we got to. Like
Nice.
so yeah. That was that, and then we had went to um, what was it called? Queen of Diamonds at the time because
Oh.
the girls I was with they weren't all that cute. Like they weren't all that. Not for real. They was kind of washed. So you know, they let us in there or whatever, but they was acting funny to us. Like they were a little lenient towards me, but I got a badass temper. Like I had a horrible temper back then. So I was a fireball. I was dancing for a guy at Queen of Diamonds and this girl had came and like snatched him. Like she was dressed in regular clothes, snatched him from me, took her, took him to another girl that was dancing and like had him throw his money or whatever. So I had an attitude. I'm like, oh fuck no, I hate this. I'll never come back down here. I don't play that. Like, nah, I'm straight. And then the girl was like running her mouth. And I'm like, cause bitch, I'll fight you. What's up? But whole time, me not knowing I'm oblivious and dumb to what the fuck is really going on. Like Miami bars, the girls that were in the bars at that time, I really don't want to name drop, but
Hmm.
um basically the management was a pimp and
Ah.
all the girls in the bar was his hoes, and the girls that were dressed in regular clothes were his hoes. So basically, it was me against everybody, but I didn't know. But so it was nothing I could really do at the time, and I just like cried. I'm not even gonna lie, I cried because I was mad. I'm just like, I ain't never. I've always been the it girl, so I've never had to deal with no weird shit like that. Like, I'm dancing, you really gonna take a nigga from me and go take him somewhere else? Like, what the fuck? So I was just like, whatever. I was over it. I'm like, I'm ready to go. La, la, la. And then they convinced me. The girls convinced me. They're like, nah, we gonna try again one more time. We gonna go tomorrow. But one girl, she had ran out of her money, and I barely had anything because we done wasted so much doing a whole bunch of nothing on the trip. So
Right.
I'm like, so what we about to do? And then the one girl, she like, well, my boyfriend confront somebody, so one of y'all gotta pick who's gonna work. And I'm like, fuck it, I'll work.
Let's go.
Because I knew how to do the pole. I knew how to dance and stuff. And it was just like I knew how to talk to people. I had a mouthpiece.
Hmm.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'll go. So me and her, we go. This night it's some Haitians, like, that's the thing down there, like Haitians around Miami. So they having a huge birthday party. They got a section, everybody up there. All the strippers that ran up there in that one section that was packed. I was the only one that didn't go up there because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, okay, they flashy. We got flashy niggas where we live at. Like, that's nothing. Who cares? Whatever.
Mm.
So I get the dance over. I'll go on stage and they just start. I don't know. They just start making it rain. They threw all the money on me from their section.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, y'all got all the dancers up there. Why y'all throw all the money on me? Like, girl, it was so much money. Like, people was making their own little piles, and I didn't even give a damn because I just had
It
two
was like,
full ass trash bags. Like, it was insane.
oh,
So then I'll talk to them and I'm just like, oh, thank you. Y'all didn't have to do that, but thank you. And they just like, yeah, take my number, da, da, da. And then that's how I got cool with the Haitians down in Miami.
okay. Good Haitians.
Yeah, so then boom, that was that. And then like ever since I don't know, I just started going back. I kept going back. I was going by myself.
Hmm.
Um and then I had went to King of Diamonds and tried to work. And the guy, Disco Rick, he's legendary.
Okay.
He was outside of the bar and he seen me. And I remind you, at this time, I knew nothing about auditioning for bars. I never had to audition. Like, I walked up there and then I talked to the lady and she was like, "Oh, it's a Thursday. It's gonna be kind of slow. I don't know if you want to come. But we'll talk to such and such." And I'm like, oh, "Okay." So I walk back out. I'm getting ready to go to the car, and the manager for over there, Disco Rick, he stops me like, "Yeah, you a new girl?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This ain't a good day for you to come." He was like, "Come on like Monday. That's one of our biggest days of the week." So me, I'm like, Monday?
All
I
right.
come on Monday.
Interesting.
But I'm like, that's when they had the Monday fight nights when all the celebrities would come throw money and the girls would box in the ring.
Oh, wait, what
So I'm
year was
like,
this?
this was 2011.
Okay.
This was when
Okay.
Lil Wayne and all of them King of Diamonds Mondays. That's when they was all in Rick Ross and everybody was rapping about it.
Oh. Okay. So we
Yeah.
were in there during the true prime.
Yeah, yeah. See, I worked with all the people that people be like, "How do you know so much about?" Because I was there. And he
Nice.
knew, like, when I came, he was just more so like, "Yeah, don't worry about the stage. I know when I'm gonna put you up." Because he like my look at the time. He's just like, "I know when I'm gonna put you up there." So I'm like, "All right." And at the time, Amazani was working there from Detroit.
Hmm.
Distraction was working there from Detroit. And it was a girl Vixen with a real big butt. She worked there from Detroit. And then it was like the Miami girls, Tip Drill. Jocelyn was working there. Uh, Jessica Dime came, but she came like a year or two later.
Okay.
Uh, what's her name? Strawberry. She was dancing. She's not a dancer no more. She waitresses now at the office. Um, I don't know. Like all the top, Black China was still dancing. Shit.
Whoa.
But she only would come if like Drake and them was in the building. Like if it wasn't them in the building, that she wasn't in there. Like We all got our makeup done by the same makeup artist, all of that. So it was cool. It was
It,
cool.
it sounds cool. Like it
Yeah, it
literally
was
sounds
cool. We
real
didn't count our
legendary.
own money in Miami. We didn't have to at King of Diamonds. Basically we had like these wristbands, and every bag that you made, you took it upstairs to the money counting room and you dropped it off, and they'll give you a wristband with a number on it. And basically the goal was just to fill your wrist up with wristband shit. And at the end of the night they give you big bills.
Nice, real nice.
Yeah. So Miami was a vibe. You just gotta learn how to catch the wave. You gotta know, because everybody rotates down there. Like I was a Rolex girl during the
Hmm.
daytime, and then nighttime I was King of Diamonds.
Okay. Well, is it still a wave now? Cause okay. Well, before we get to like then and now, so that was like Miami, which just sounds like super legendary, extravagant. So what was Atlanta like?
Atlanta, I didn't like Atlanta.
Hmm.
Mm-mm. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I did not like Atlanta when I was 18. Because when I went there, actually I just turned 19 when I went to Atlanta. My homegirl, she was a porn star. I no longer affiliate with her, but yeah, she was a porn star. She stayed there. I had a horrible experience. I tried to get hired at the bars there, and I felt like it was an uncomfortable situation because before you even got hired, they basically inspected you like you were a car, like you had to get naked.
Whoa.
So it was just like, this is so out of my element. And then it's just like, you're not hired, but you just sat here and basically looked at me nude, like for what?
Right. Ugh.
Just to tell me I can't work and go get a card to work here?
Ugh.
I'm straight. And then the one bar that I did get into, um, it was just it gave me vibes like I was gonna get kidnapped, and I didn't like it. I didn't like
So
it.
Atlanta is gross. So Miami
As
compared to
on the bar
Detroit.
side, on the bar side.
Okay.
Now club scene, like if you go there to kick it, it's a vibe. Like on the kick it, you gonna have fun, you gonna eat good. The people there got great hospitality, but the strip clubs is a no for me.
Okay. Okay. So okay, wait. I want to like go back to Miami and ask best experience and worst experience.
My best experience.
Like we don't even have to talk like I made
I
them a
don't know. My
billion.
best experience was when I actually first went there. I would say, because I loved it. I never wanted to come home. And then when it like slowed down, they had like a huge bust, or like, because all the guys at that time, they were big scammers, the Asians.
Hmm.
It slowed down for a very long time, but I made up the time that it slowed down by coming back north.
Okay.
So yeah, but I really didn't have no bad time for real there, because I don't know. Maybe I was just blessed to meet the right people and make sure I was straight at all times.
That is a skill, being blessed and highly favored.
Yeah.
Honestly. So I guess on the Detroit side, like Michigan and well, like yeah, Detroit in general, the Eight
I had a
Mile.
bad experience there first. In 2012 was the first time I tried to dance there. I don't know if you know, my cousin is Natasha. She did music there
Hmm.
or whatever, and she had took me to the King of Diamonds there.
Hmm.
Now, granted, me being at the original one in Miami and then going to see the one there, I was just like, this ain't. Mm-mm. I
The
don't know how to
tiny
feel
one,
about it.
right? On
Yeah,
Michigan.
so it was just
Hmm.
like these poles are not giving, and then it's like I feel like I'm in a basement. Like,
Hmm.
how do y'all make money here? Like, I never could understand, like, how do y'all make money? Because I grasped, and adapted in Miami how to make money. Like, okay, here you just walk up, you want to dance, hey, da da da, they throw their money. That's it. That's all. Detroit was more kind of, they were tough because it was like you had to ask, but some guys wouldn't even want you asking. They looking like, why are you talking to me? Like, so it was just kind of hard at first. Like, and if they don't know you or never seen you around, they're not gonna talk to you. Like, They're just gonna be looking like, oh, okay, you dance, okay. I'm just here to eat. You know, a lot of Detroit bars got good food, so they'd be, I'm just here to eat, and you just looking like,
What is
okay, go to a restaurant. Why is you
take it
around?
to go?
Yeah, like why are you here just dangling, eating, whatever. So yeah, that was my little experience the first time. Um, and then they had booked me at Deja Vu in
Okay.
2014 or something like that. I
Hmm.
had went back and I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, but that's probably was because they paid me to be there. So they
Right.
had a little more hospitality. And then Lish had reached out for me from the Sting, DJ Lish,
Hmm.
and he wanted to throw my birthday party there, but I didn't do that. I didn't go yet.
Hmm.
Um and then like I don't know, just me traveling a lot. I was like, I'm gonna try to get my feet wet and see what Pantheon hit for. I went to Pantheon, loved it, always made money there, still can go to this day and make some money there. Um, yeah, the rest was history with Detroit.
Consistent. So how did you like being a promoter and then now going to like almost having like a little a dance agency? Like, do you like having that ability or networking?
Yeah, because I applied my promo skills like when I promoted club nights, I applied that to my dance life.
Hmm.
So I felt like the more you reach out to people with different crowds, the more people you could get to come to throw money and vibe with you in the bar. You just got to
Right.
know the right things to say to people. You can't just be like, "Come see me dance." Like, nah, you got to be a little more slicker than that. You got to
Well,
learn how to swindle guys. Like, say little things like, "Oh, just come have a drink." That little drink might turn into a couple of drinks and some money. You never know.
check mark. Noted. Literally like writing down. So I guess what was your dance day prep? Like if you knew you was about to go to work, what would your day look like?
It depends. I have kids, so during the weekday, I would always well, they weren't in school yet at the time. Um, but I would feed them, get them ready, whatever, put them to bed, so whoever's babysitting them ain't have to deal with them too much. I don't know. Then I would get myself ready like 2 hours before work because I had to do my hair and makeup. I've always done my own hair and makeup. Take a shower, pray, and then I'll go to work. I always
Dang.
say a prayer before work.
Was it the same prayer?
No, I just say like whatever I feel like praying on that day, and I pray over my kids.
Huh. That's really special. I would
Yeah.
listen to specific music and set intentions, but
I don't even want to
prayers.
hear music. I be in the bar so much, or have been in the bar so much. I don't want to hear it until I get there.
So do you have like what type of music do you listen to?
Like R&B, 80s music, 80s R&B. I love it. 90s R&B.
I guess top five artists that if if you have an iPhone, Siri would be like, "Yep, we about to listen to this because I know you like it."
On regular R&B, one of my top five artists, The Weeknd. I like Rod Wave. Um, and then like anything that would be like 90s high five, stuff of that nature.
Are you gonna get back to music?
I don't know. People have been like trying to push me to it, and I've been like, I think I will if I like really
Like,
take the time. Because this have been a lot of people that want to work with me, like a lot of big people, and I just been putting it on the back burner. But now I got the time to like sit down and do stuff and travel more, so I might get back to it. So don't be surprised if you see my name stroll across your screen. Like,
I won't be surprised. I just ask if I can choreograph a music video. or be one of your dancers in it. Like just throw me in there. That's all I ask. I'm like, she
Yeah.
said she's gonna do
And
it.
I'll
Look
definitely
at
need the art because I'm big on that. I'm always scouting. Always. Even when I'm at work or when I was dancing and stuff, I will always scout. Like I sit back and watch girls dance. And then I see them in the dressing room or something, put them to the side. Like, give me your Instagram.
come here, slide.
hmm
So, huh, music and dance. Like, have you been to Cali before? Or me?
Not to dance. I've been there like to visit. That was it.
Like, what's your? Have you been out of the country yet?
No, not yet.
All right, where
That's
you gonna
definitely
go
a
first?
goal. Hmm.
I was like, where you gonna go first?
Like the furthest, like my dream, I've always wanted to go to Tokyo, Japan.
Yes,
I've
same.
always wanted to go. I don't have nobody brave enough to take that flight with me yet. But when I find somebody, we're out of here.
That's an easy flight from Cali. You just bounce, and it's nice little 16, 17 hours.
Yeah, but
Just,
you know, a lot of people be like, I'm not sitting on no plane that long.
I
They get
mean,
antsy.
that's fine. But over there, it's like Indonesia and Bali. Like, it's so much
Mm-hmm.
other stuff
Mm-hmm.
to do.
Yeah, my homegirl, she went to Bali and she said it's very peaceful. So yeah, I wanna do Bali. Greece too. I saw
Ooh,
some things in Greece.
my my aunt, who's my mentor, life coach type of person, was like, "Why would I pay all this money to go to Hawaii when
Uh-huh.
I could pay the exact same amount and really be out of this country and like experience something different?"
Right.
She's like, "Plus Hawaii food, it's not all slapping." I'm like, "Dang, all right, interesting. That's fine." Well,
Mm-hmm.
huh? Oh,
Yeah, I haven't
I
had Hawaii on my list to go at any time of my life.
have.
It just gave me like old people vibes, like growing up and watching game shows with your grandparents. That's always the place they want to send people. Like they either want to send them to Vegas or Hawaii, and it's just like I don't think I ever want to go there.
Oh, have you been to Vegas for dancing?
And not to dance, but I have been there a lot
It's just
to
so
visit.
hot and dry.
I don't go
So
outside. I gamble and eat good.
nice. Like you, what type of gambling do you do?
I'll play like blackjack and maybe a few little slots here and there, but yeah, I'm a blackjack
Blackjack is
girl.
21, right?
Mm-hmm.
Numbers. I really like numbers. Are you into like, astrology?
Yes, a little bit. Not too far deep into it, but yeah.
Like, do you know your big three?
Mm, somebody told me recently I had got a thing that I forgot them.
It's okay.
Definitely forgot them. I'm a Cancer though.
That's fine. My little brother is a Cancer. Technically, because they added a 13th sign, I could be Cancer, but I'm a Leo. So
Wait, they added a 13th sign.
it they tried to whenever they tried to move Pluto, and they're like, oh, there's another constellation. It starts with the O.
Yeah,
Like this,
no. That would
definitely
mean
not.
there would be another month or something. That don't even.
It doesn't, but it's fine. You and I know that, but they don't care. They try
Yeah,
to
they
add
change a
it.
lot of stuff and try to. I don't know. They're manipulating things with stuff.
So, on a government aspect, what do you think? How would you fix the government?
It is. It's all the government. Like everything. They trying to change a lot of things and make people think they're insane when they're not.
No, I'm saying like if you were a politician or if you had the power to edit how the United States government was operated, what would you do?
I would definitely work on their judicial system
Ooh, definitely. Yes.
because there's a lot of unfair sentences going on right now, and I feel like I'm blaming COVID. I feel like they're literally right now acting crazy and killing all these black people, and throwing these people, wrongfully imprisoning these people for things because they're trying to make up for the past 2 years of COVID happening.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that. Uh, I would just try to like completely do a hard reset. Like not necessarily tear down the White House, but tear down. Let's
I feel
put
like
the
it don't even need to exist. My personal opinion,
yeah
it
no.
just doesn't need to exist. They need to take those biblical terms out of the law and everything because you're forcing religion on people without
Right?
saying that you are.
Definitely not free. Definitely not the land of the free. Right.
Yeah, there's nothing free in this here country.
Which is very wild to think about, but at the same time, I wish that more
You
people
could find something free and they'll still find a way to make you pay for it.
tax and tax. Like what
That's
you
like with the
said?
Airbnb situation right now. Like people found a way to make some free extra money on Airbnb. Now they're switching it to, oh, you have to have a license for a hotel to charge and this and that and where all this come from? It was cool when all the little white people was doing it, but when black people got hip, now it's the issue.
Yes,
I
actually,
don't like that.
it's I don't like that either. Like, ugh,
Why do you care what people doing with their crib? Just be happy you getting your rent on the first.
they're not. Their happiness is fleeting, and that's why we have to focus on being joyful
Mm-hmm.
because nobody can steal your joy, but they can steal your money, which is just frustrating. So that's why we like that money
Mm-hmm.
in cash, not even under the table. Like pay me in my hand, and
Yeah, a
I'll
lot of
figure
people
out.
are scared to have their money digital. You just
Hmm,
never know.
yeah, digital, and it's easy to track. Like they'll be like, "Well, actually, you made this much." Like, wait, what? First of all,
Right.
y'all still were taxing me 6 to 8% of whatever I was making. So did I actually? But
Right. Correct.
very corrupt. So I guess in the hustle mentality, like, do you have like an abundance, like frequency, or how do you think about your money? Like, because I
How do
always
I
used
feel
to think,
about it? I don't play about it.
oh,
Yeah, I don't
please
play about it.
elaborate.
I will. Me and a person, we could be very, very cool. We will fall out about money. Yes, I don't play that. No funny games. No funny business. No none of that. Keep stuff straight and narrow.
Up front, are you into investing though?
Um, I might. Something has to like sound right for me to want to.
Mm.
Cause you just come at me with something that just sounds like some BS. I'm not for it. Like you know how people be like, "Oh, take your money and put it in stocks." Okay, you telling me this? What stocks? Be specific. Don't just say, "Oh, do this," and there's no guarantee turnaround. Mm-mm.
So, how do you feel about this metaverse that's going on right now?
I've been hearing about it, but I'm not too shabby on that.
And concerned about like just keeping it in a digital form in the bank. I'm a little bit concerned about y'all talk about buying digital real estate. Like, how about physical land that I can garden in?
Right? Yeah, I don't. That don't sound too promising. But the way
Right.
this world is, it's so weird right now. You can profit off of almost anything. You can say, "Hey, my toenail is for sale," and there's some weirdo that will pay 10,000 for that toenail. Like,
That opens a different gate that I wanted to talk to you about. The first of all, what to you is there a difference between a stripper, an entertainer, and a sex worker?
I don't even know what a sex worker would be considered because I feel like a lot of stuff ran hand in hand, but it is a huge difference between a stripper and an entertainer. And I think people get it confused when they call girls strippers when they don't even take clothes off. Like, where I live at in Detroit, you don't take clothes off. So you getting paid for the entertainment. In Miami,
Mhm.
you take your clothes off, but your stage set is your everything. Like you got to give your well, I don't know what they got going on right now, but at that time, you had to give your all. Like you had to be a showstopper. So it ran kind of hand in hand. Like you're an entertainer and a stripper in Miami, but up north you just an entertainer or dancer.
Yeah. So there was this definition that my friend was talking to me about how every person that is in a sexually connotated business, like even dancers and music videos, are technically sex workers because they're
Because it's
selling sex.
sexualized.
Yep, because they're
But you
selling
can't
sex.
necessarily say that because they sexualize ads with pizza and credit card ads and car ads. They sexualize literally everything. Sex sells.
Exactly. Exactly. So now it's
So
getting
you
worse
can't single them out and say, "Oh, she's more hypersexual with her job than them." No, not really. You can see somebody eating ice cream on a commercial and they'll make it sexual just to make you tempted to be like, "Okay, I want Baskin Robbins today."
that really did look delicious. But
Yeah,
now like
just because how she ate it and said, now you got buyers. So you
so
can't really say, you can't really, that's why I don't throw that name loosely on dancing, like, or whatever, because everything has sex in it.
hmm so how do you think that's affecting the kids?
Um, I feel like kids gonna see what they see anyway.
Mm.
If your child strong minded, then that's different. But if you got kids that are easily manipulated, that's kind of tough.
How do you raise a strong-minded child?
Because I don't baby my kids. I've never babied them. And we hold real conversations. Like I can sit here and have a conversation like how we're having right now. Probably not specifically about strip clubs, but I can have a regular conversation with my child and they know what's going on.
Okay. So honesty is
Hmm.
definitely important.
Like I don't that some parents they like to lie to hide things, and I'm more so of an open parent where I understand you might flip the channel and you see this and you don't understand what's going on, so I'm gonna have to explain it to you.
Right.
You're standing scrolling on TikTok and you see something and don't understand it. I have to explain it to you because nobody else will. And that'll bring curiosity. And now you're going to be trying to do these things that you see, not even understanding that that's not, you're not, that's not your lane. You're a child, stay in a child's place. Like,
Yeah. Um. Oh, that goes back to like pole dancing because there's been a couple of different issues that I've seen in the pole dance community saying like we're not strippers, but we'll dance exotically and thong and we'll teach you like oh there's a deep side. Even
I
this okay,
feel
there's
like,
this like
I
quick
feel
pole
like the
class.
people that play that role in the pole world, they're embarrassed and they still haven't accepted the fact they're not living in their truth.
Hmm.
Because you're doing the same thing and you're ridiculing those girls, but just because nobody's throwing dollars on you or looking at you in a certain way that you know of, because you don't know who's watching your videos from at home. You don't know what them people doing to your videos. You could do a certain little twitch with your leg or something and a guy might do some strange things
Right.
behind his screen. You don't know what's going on. So I never understood that. I got a friend like that don't dance no more, and she will get so mad if you try to bring it. And I just look at her like, girl, this is how the people know you. You should really be, accepting and move forward. Like whatever. There's nothing wrong with if you had the time to put them heels on and throw that thong on and hit the stage at the time that you did. It's nothing to be ashamed of. What are you ashamed of? How are you ashamed of yourself when that's what made you?
What about the people that literally study us and then go and reteach it? Like, and it has nothing to do with pole.
Right.
That's what it's like. Yeah, I used to go to clubs and study the dancers, and now because burlesque has been around for a long time, and it's
Yeah,
actually a part of theater. So
they do it in Vegas.
love it. They do it in Cali a lot too. Even here, there's a large burlesque community, but still, they almost look down on exotic dancers.
Because
So,
of the format of how it was back then.
hmm,
It was very sexual back then. My grandmother kind of explained it to me. She knows what I do. My grandfather still don't know. I mean, people have told him, but I brushed it off.
but
She basically said like I had showed her like videos of me at work and like some of my pole work and stuff, and she was just looking like she was jaw dropped, confused, like, wait, this what y'all doing there? I'm like, yeah. She was like, that is not what the strip clubs used to consist of. Like, that was not what they were for.
right,
So basically, originally when they had strip clubs, they were basically brothels.
right,
So
yeah,
everybody's assumption was, oh, guys just go there to find a girl and have sex. That's it. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less, and whatever. But like, I feel like our generation kind of turned it around. For we opened the doors for a lot of girls because it just switched.
I'm glad about that. It's just kind of
Like, it's
interesting.
really a thing now. Like, you see P Valley, you see it's a lot of things where girls is more females are tipping in the bars. It's not no a whole lot of jealousy going on, and you ain't really frowned upon like that.
Did you submit for P Alley?
I did. I did.
Darn.
I
Like
ain't get selected, but I did.
I was in there. They tried. I don't know what they was looking for. I really don't.
I don't know what they were looking for either. I couldn't put a finger on it, but I did see a couple people I've worked with on there, and I was just like, oh, okay, kudos to them.
Good job, y'all. Good
Hmm.
job. Yeah. So I guess if you do you have any advice for people that are 18 that want to think they do it now
Stay in
to
school. Stay in fucking school. No, just playing. I feel like if you're shy and you don't like people and you don't want people touching you, or I don't know, like if you think you're gonna just come in the game and make money, it's not like that. It's not that simple. Everybody make it all cracked up to be like, oh, we make all this money. No, we don't. Not every day. You don't.
God, if it,
You
uh,
have slow days. You got to take your wins with your losses. But I tell them like, shoot, like my daddy told me, whatever you choose to do, you better be the best at it.
right.
That is the
That's
most
definitely
horrible, realest advice ever. You want to be grown, you want to do all of it, you better be the best at it. Make yourself known, not in a bad way.
represent yourself accordingly.
Yeah,
Dang. So, oh, I always ask people, do you have any tattoos?
I have a lot of tattoos. I don't even
Like,
count them. I just have a lot, but my main tattoo that people love is my butterfly. To the point they forget I have other tattoos near my butterfly. Like, I had a guy. He's like, "Oh," every time I would post something, it would irritate me if they jump in my DM. Like, is that you? Duh. Why would I post somebody else but on my thing? Like, and if it was somebody else, I would have tagged them. So they're like, "Oh, is that you?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's me." Well, you're not the only girl with a butterfly. I'm the only girl with my butterfly with the stuff around it. Like, if you pay attention to my tattoo, it's other things around it. It's just not a butterfly by itself.
right. Oh, dang. So, what made you get that? And did you have that like in your first year?
I got that in 2015. My first year of dancing, I had my Hello Kitty. That was my first tattoo, and then the very next day, I got my stars, which is the stars that go around my butterfly. Um, and then I got what was the tattoo after that? I had got a tattoo on my back shoulder blade, and then I had got one on my arm for my birthday. I had got Tinkerbell to flow with my stars.
Nice. So
That
did you
was what
like
I had got
cartoons?
before that was way before the butterfly. I had got the Tinkerbell. And her wand, they added stars to go with the rest of the stars that I had already had.
So you like cartoons?
A little bit. Kind of a big kid.
Oh, what's your favorite cartoon?
You know, I'll get bored and watch SpongeBob. I'm not even gonna lie.
SpongeBob
Definitely
is
get
so
bored.
multi-dimensional.
Because there's a lot going on and it's questionable things. Like you guys have fire underwater. How's this happening?
What is this?
And then
Well,
it's
that's a
like your boss don't want to pay you, but you happy to go to work. That is motivational.
thanks, SpongeBob. He's a
Like you on
hustler.
time at work every day and your boss don't even want to pay you. And you're just happy to be there making sandwiches for people.
I was reading this book earlier. By Millionaire Lifestyle, you have to be in love with what you do. You have
No,
to.
for real. For real. Like that goes back to what you said when it was like for the 18-year-olds that wanna yeah, you gotta like what you about to do. You can't go in there like I don't like this and I don't this just isn't don't talk to me, don't touch me. No, you gotta be like the life of the party. So you gotta feel like you having a blast at like you getting paid to kick it. Just look at it like that.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Wait, so what was your drink of choice? Like, if somebody said, "Can I buy you a drink?" What would you get?
I'm a tequila girl. I like Don Julio, Aneo, um, with Red Bull, of course. But when I
Red
started, it was Patron, the regular Patron, and I don't know, the gold did something to me.
It. Like, here we go. It's time to go.
Yeah, it was just like you don't need too much of this. You can have a few of these, and you're all right. You balanced.
Nice. So you will always cut yourself off.
It depends on how I'm feeling. Now, if I'm getting money and we having a blast, I might just drink so I can't drink no more.
Let's go.
Just drinking
That's fine. Did you? Oh my gosh, what's the craziest thing you've seen in there?
in the bar.
Yeah.
Um, while I was working, I want to say this the craziest. I've been seeing a lot of crazy things, but only one time I have been in a bar and an actual person has died in front of me, like, and that was here in Columbus, Ohio.
Jeez.
Yeah, this guy had got hit in the face with a pool ball, and we were all panicking and stuff. He like turn him on his side, turn him on his side. Nobody turned him on his side, so he choked on his blood and died right there.
Whoa. Did the club get shut down?
No, it was actually
Whoa.
crazy because that night, whoever he was with was like, "Oh, we're stuck in here. Y'all might as well play his favorite music." And they went to the DJ and was telling him songs to play. And I'm just like, it's really a dead body right there, and y'all in here playing music, dancing around like, mm,
What? That's a
yes.
movie scene. That's a whole movie scene.
But
No.
like I said, our strip clubs here weren't real strip clubs either. Like they have some, but where we worked, where the black people was, no, it was a bar, and they just had dancers on certain nights. So yeah,
Okay. That works. That really works. There's one girl from Tennessee that I knew was coming up to Cleveland. And I'm like, okay, interesting. From Nashville to Cleveland. That seems like a jump, but it's fine. So I don't know. Like you haven't been down to Miami recently. You don't know what's going on down
I
there.
went recently and I wasn't feeling it. I ain't gonna lie. Probably was our
Uh
club of choice. We should have went somewhere else, but I mean, I made money, but I had worked at Taboo,
huh.
and if you're a girl that's thicker I wouldn't even say my thick, cause my homegirl, she has a cold shape naturally. I'm talking no work done. People pay to get that shape,
Right?
and they tried us like we was just fat, like mm-mm.
Oh no.
And it was
Oh
a
no.
lot of little frail girls running around there, like they were built like they had to be like 16, 17.
Ugh.
They were built like 16, 17-year olds, and I was just like, oh, okay. And the
It is.
management was acting funny towards us. Like it was just weird. They were overcharging us, thinking we weren't gonna come back. Like, girl, bye. We got money on the floor. We got people coming up here to spend. So
So it really is all about who you know. It's not just about like touching the stage.
yeah, you gotta know some people. You got to. Even if you don't, you gotta build that stamina. Like I know when I started dancing, I always turned up. Like at first, people would be like, "Why she doing all of that?" But then people loved it. Like they started coming to the bar specifically for it. Like, where Kitty at? We like when she dance. Where she? When you going on stage? When you going on stage? Like,
In a
yeah.
minute. You
Mhm.
know? Dang. Well, I guess my next question is like, it's more of a philosophy question. Like, where do you think the world is going in the next 10 years? Like,
Girl, I don't know. This thing, if it's even still here, the way it's looking right now.
do you have a bunker? Like, you ready?
I don't listen. Whatever happens, happens. I'm a firm believer in reincarnation. I don't believe. I ain't gonna say people come back as animals and stuff like that, but I just be believing. I believe people could be reborn.
There's this one thing that I heard which built my philosophy that I am you in a different moment in time. And that's why you
Hmm.
should treat people how you want to be treated. Because when
That
I,
is that's very true. That's why you have to watch what you say to people.
yeah, when I was in church, like we used to say, the Jesus in me loves the Jesus in you, which means that love is like the truest power that we have. But like I got God inside me, so I have like some type of power, but also you do too. So we are connected. So let's just love each other. So
Hmm.
that's that's a deep spiritual aspect of myself. But I guess what's your self care routine? Like, what do you love to do to pamper yourself?
I sleep.
Yeah.
I'm a sleeper. Like I'm so content with sleeping, and people be like, "Girl, you depressed?" No, that is when I am at peace. I get things done. I take a nap. I wake up, get some more things done, take another nap. The
Good
heck,
night.
that is my peace because I don't have too much chaos going on or anything.
Do you have like really vivid dreams?
I do.
Definitely did. Like, what's the most not recent dream, but what's a dream that you remember?
I have this kind of touchy subject, but I had a homegirl that was killed back in 2016. Some of my best friends. She's like my little sister. Um, she was a dancer, and I had just talked to her. I was being a bitch. We had like fell out, and we had literally just talked the week before she got killed. We had a long little talk or whatever, and I was on my way to Detroit. You know, we hashed things out. Um, and I had came back. She had wanted to come to my booking with me to West V, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't think I want you to come. I don't want to let you do that because this is a new bar that's just opening, and I'm the feature for the grand opening, and I just don't want to be responsible if you don't make, you don't
Yeah.
make that much money because I had this issue like with dancers coming with me. I always feel the need to give them something if they don't make nothing. I had to stop
Okay.
doing that. Like that, y'all not my responsibility. Like no.
Uh huh.
So she was just hitting me up like I'll drive, and I was being a bitch. Oh my god, I had survivor's guilt for the longest. And girl, when I say I wasn't even driving. She knew I wasn't driving. She could have drove me, but I was being so much of a bitch. I took the Greyhound. Like, nah, I'm straight.
Uh huh.
took the Greyhound to the wrong place. The party was in Morgantown, West Virginia. I took the Greyhound to Huntington. So that was a stretch. When I got there, they didn't have no cabs. So now I'm kicking myself in the ass, like, oh my God, how am I gonna get to this booking? I ended up finally finding somebody taking me for like $300. I get there, I'll do the booking or whatever. The weirdest thing happened afterwards. I was in my room around 4 or 5 a.m. and my phone kept flickering. Now at this point, I'm like, what the hell? Like my phone wasn't dead or nothing, but it wouldn't work unless I had it connected to the charger, and my phone has never done that.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just like, what is going on? Long story short, next day I wake up, I get a phone call from my ex boyfriend, like, Nate dead.
Well,
I'm like, wow. So she done went to an after hour after the bar, left her club left her car at the strip club, went to an after hour, left the after hour and got killed between the hours at the time my phone was flickering.
wow.
So that happened, and I never been to her new house. She had moved from her apartment that I knew she stayed at or whatever at the time. She had moved to a bigger house or whatever and decorated and stuff. So I go to sleep on the Greyhound, and you know how like you wake up in your dream,
Uh-huh.
but it feels like you're up, but you're not up.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was in my dream and she was just in there talking to people, and I'm like wigging out. Like, why? How is y'all talking to her? Y'all even see she's not even alive. Like, what? And she's just sitting there smiling, being herself, talking to people. And I'm just like, why is y'all dude, like, no, this is not real. And then I kept trying to take pictures with my phone. That's when I realized it was a dream. Because every time I tried to take a picture, it was distorted. So I'm
Oh,
like, okay, I'm still dreaming or whatever. So she goes to the bus driver and she directs the bus driver to her new current address at the time. And all she kept saying was, "Yeah, I just want to go home. I want to go home." And took the bus driver to her address. So when we get there, I'm looking at the house outside of it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm ready to go home. Shit.
right.
So boom, I end up waking up or whatever. I call her mom. I don't remember the address now, but I called her mom and I asked her like, was Nate's address and said where we went to on the bus? And she was like, yeah, that's her address. And I just froze, like, what the fuck? So my friend had came to me in my dream.
Thank you so much for sharing that story.
Yeah. But I knew like her being in that dream and then like how vibrant it was. I'm like, she's not at peace. She's still roaming. She at the time she was still roaming.
Uh-huh. Dang.
And everybody was like, how you get over her death? And it was just like, I really didn't cope with it, but I talked to her. So it was just like, okay, like, life goes on. You can't
Right.
sit around crying and stuff. Like, people don't want you to do that. Her spirit gonna be reborn.
Yeah, definitely. I noticed something about like people, like sometimes when people real special to you pass away, someone close to you has a baby or is
Yep,
pregnant.
that is true. That is
Like,
very true. 100% true.
like
My
what?
my cousin's grandmother, well, my aunt passed from cancer in September, and my cousin had just got pregnant. She was a month while she was when her grandmother passed, and she had her daughter on Mother's Day.
Oh,
A pretty little chocolate baby. Yep.
oh, so adorable. I really do love like humans and the essence of life. Like that's just what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like get people moving and get them to peace and just like create happiness. But yeah, that's epic. Are
Hmm.
you like, can you draw? Have you drawn any of your tattoos?
No, I haven't drew any of them. I do know how to draw though. I just don't.
So you go draw your album cover. for your first album when it
No,
drops?
I'll probably do a photo shoot, do something real creative.
Oh yes. What's your favorite photo shoot that you've done?
My favorite one. Mm, let me see. What is my favorite one? I got a lot of photo shoots. I like my photo shoot with the pink background.
Uh huh.
I have a pink background with blonde hair. I love that photo shoot.
What's the most?
I don't like
Uh,
shooting though. I'm weird with shooting.
what?
I'm weird because I feel like after so many poses, it's like, okay, are we done yet? It's weird. Like when you have versus you taking your own pictures and having a photographer, like you don't know what you look like. So until you see the pictures, so it's like, and then you do your own pictures like with your cell phone or whatever. You get all the angles you want and everything. And you just be like one and done. But yeah, they be like, we could keep shooting, and it's like, dude, you got like 150 pictures, and I only did 3 poses. Like,
You gonna edit these or no?
yeah,
You,
like I get over it real quick, but I will put something creative together and just and I can help other people. But girl, I like to get stuff done quick.
you like
I
one and
can't
done.
sit. I can't sit in a certain way too long. I got ADHD. I can't.
Oh, how do you like cure your ADHD? Like, what do you do to bring back focus, or how do you stay focused?
I play games and stuff.
What type of
Like I
games?
I play like spades on my phone or I was bad like I was addicted to Candy Crush really bad. I'm actually glad that my phone did mess up that I had it on there.
Candy Crush. I used to hear that game. My mama used to play that game like late at night, so I would just hear it
Hmm.
from the other
And the
room.
noise, because the noise is like soothing, it makes you sleepy. It's like elevator music.
It is. I play like the My Little Pony game on my phone. I just watch all the little ponies. It's kind of like Sims, but it's just
Hmm.
every single pony, and you can just make them do whatever you want. And then you send them off for a couple hours. But I had to stop playing that game because I'm like,
Hmm.
y'all, I'm
Sound
sitting
like
on this game.
Roblox.
Yup, probably. Whenever it's a time based game where it's like 30 seconds, 4 hours,
Hmm.
24 hours. Like, what? I'm going to see you tomorrow, I guess. So I guess that's what it is. But I love video games. I love video games and cartoons. I could totally see you being a cartoon character, like, or at least voicing one. That'd be cool. Huh.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Are you reading any books right now?
No, not currently.
What was the last book you read?
What is the last book I read? Oh, I read my friend's book. Let me go. Pull
Plug.
Let me go pull it up. His thing on. Sheesh. Let me go. Let me pull this up. Cause it was like he was like talking about prison and stuff like that. How he got there.
Dang. Yeah, you say in the judicial system, like, how do you think we could fix
She-
that? Because I only know
I feel like
one.
they need to stop putting people in jail for stuff they already did time for. Like
Oh,
when you go to court, that shouldn't even be able to be brought up in discussion.
huh.
And
That
if
makes
people
sense.
really do get ridiculed like that, like I literally sat and seen somebody go to prison for something that had nothing to do with their case
Oh,
because they kept talking about their past. Like, what do that have to do with today? That's not what we're in here
right. That is a very valid point.
for. Like, that wasn't the topic of discussion. So, what does that have to do with what we're here for right now? It has nothing to do with what we're here for right now. Especially if they already did 5, 6 years for that. Like,
Yeah.
crazy.
This is like a bounce off the wall, but it came into my head because I wanted to ask you about this. How you feel about cheating? And what do you expect out of relationships?
How do I feel about cheating?
Yes.
I feel like people gonna cheat regardless. Let them do what they do. If they really love you and care about you, they know what not to do. You can't stop somebody from doing what they want to do. You just can't. You can make them respect you,
Hmm. Well,
but if
how?
somebody really got it, like is like really there. Like for example, if I date somebody and I'm like all in for a person, because we cancers have this thing where we could be your worst nightmare or we could be your best lover in ever that you've ever had. So like with me, for example, like I'm dating, boom. Once I get an eye for you and I'm like, okay, we could do something with this relationship. I could take it to the next level. I'm like all for you. So when another guy is saying they're flirting, I don't need to see them. I'm blind to them. Like, okay, cool story. Okay, you trying to flex. I don't care. Bye. Get out my face. Like, I'm like that when I'm in a relationship. So I expect my boyfriend to be the same way with females. But granted, I know men are men and they get flirtatious. So I let them do what they do. But just don't get carried away.
Flirtatious though? Flirtatious, I just feel like it's so
I wouldn't
rude. Like,
necessarily say because I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like temptation is a thing. Everybody is not equipped to fight temptation instantly. A lot of people gotta mature. Everybody's not mature in the head to fight temptation. They're not. Some
hmm.
people don't even reach that level to fight it until they're in their 40s. People that's young, living a life and having fun, you gotta think like a guy could be like the corniest person ever. Nobody pay him no attention. Yeah, he could fight temptation because nobody even looking for you. Don't nobody want you. But you could go from that person right there that nobody ever wanted, and then you could have a slew of girls just come out of nowhere and be like, "Oh, you're so handsome," and da 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 da. They want you for what you got, but you don't understand that. So you falling for it, like, ooh, they like me, they really like me, but really they don't really like you. They just like what you got. So now you don't fell under because they doing all of that. And they're like, yeah, that's her boyfriend. So I want to have sex with him.
Ugh.
so he dumb to it. Like he dumb. He gonna listen to the little bullshit they saying, oh, your girl did this, your girl did that. So now he's so loose in the head and he just gonna go with whatever the flow because he feels like his girl really did that shit that they talking about or they're trying to make her whatever so they can get down on her. Whole time he's not even understanding, they just jealous.
Do you allow jealousy? Like, do you get jealous?
Yeah, I do. I ain't gonna
How?
lie, dude. It depends. You gotta do something real crazy for me to get jealous. But yeah, I got a little jealous bone in me.
Like,
And
hold
I really
on.
gotta like you. Because if I don't like you, then yeah, I don't know. Jealousy
Let
ain't
the
the
world.
thing.
It's like you belong to the world. I've had to change some people's
Yeah, I
name.
just be like, yeah. Like I've came across guys that be like, "Ooh, I really love you." I take, and I just be looking at them like, "Cool story. You're a hoe." Like me and my friends be talking about you, but you don't know it. But okay, cool story.
Good job,
Yeah,
man.
good. E for effort for your acting.
So, like, how do you demand respect in a relationship?
I'll just lay it all on the table. Take it or leave it.
It is what it is.
And you got to be straightforward with people. If you ain't straightforward, then how can you expect somebody to be real with you? You can't even be real with them or yourself.
You have like a
Don't.
strike method,
Hmm.
like a strike method, like
For
other
guys,
than you. Yeah.
ooh, don't. Okay, so I got when people be like, "Oh, you got strippers got daddy issues." I did not have daddy issues growing up, but I have them as an adult. Um, if you do anything that reminds me of my dad, I won't like you. Like you give me deadbeat vibes. If you and I really can't say he a deadbeat, even though he is a deadbeat financially. My dad was in my life growing up. a lot. He was a very active father growing up, but as an adult, and I'm seeing these extra goddamn kids he got, them other 15 kids he got. I'm like, what do you got going on? Yeah, you can't have deadbeat vibes. It's a wrap. Short temper. Anybody that look like they beat on females, I'm straight on you. Like, mm-mm. People that are tight and stingy, I'm straight. I'm cool. Like, you
Ugh.
gotta have a care level. You have to be a very caring person for me to like take you serious. If you one of them people that just move off of impulse, I'm straight. I don't want to be around no angry, spirited ass person. And if you show me any sign of insecurities, I'm cool.
Oh, so what is a red flag? Like those are your red
Mm-hmm.
flags. Yep. But like, what does insecurity look like to you?
Insecurities to be like the type of guy, oh, I don't mind you dancing, da 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 da, get your money and then turn around. I want to come to work with you to make sure you're safe. Um, I don't want you dancing no more. I don't even know why you still dancing, but in the beginning you wasn't saying all of that. So now I'm gonna have to cut you off because now you're thinking you're about to be in the way of my money, and that's not happening. My thing is, if you don't want me to do something, you have to be able to compensate me for what you don't want me to be doing.
That's about right. Yeah, that's definitely right. Like, especially on the dance, I completely understand on the if I like you, I only got eyes for you because at the end of the day, these are
Mm-hmm.
customers. Like, yes, we might have a friendly relationship, but
That's for the
I'm
money.
not
That's my
here for
job.
anything.
That's like somebody working in a dealership. You got to build those relationships with people to keep them spending. You can't just be like, "Oh, give me your money." And just that's that. Like, wait, no, you can't be rude to people.
Definitely not.
If anything, I'm gonna be rude
Oh,
to
but
you
when
if you
do
ain't spending money. Like, come on, bro. You knew what you came outside for. You knew what the sign on the building said.
gentlemen's club? Are you a gentleman? Jeez, come on now, do better. Then what's like the most crazy? Like, what's the wildest thing you've said to someone like that's disrespected you in the club
The wildest thing I
or
said
even
or
in
did.
real life? Both.
uh, I, I say some crazy things. I say a lot of crazy things. But one thing that really got under somebody's skin, a guy was like harassing me all in my face and stuff. And I'm just like, why you keep telling me you keep saying I act like, or I think you a broke nigga when I never said that you was a broke nigga. But if you're not so broke, yo bitch just had a baby 2 weeks ago in here dancing. So why is you in my face? Go be in her face. Go spend some money on her, your baby mama. Yeah, that was that. And then like the wildest thing, um, I was jokingly playing with this guy and he actually smacked me and I act like it was cool and it was a hookah lit up on the table and I just stared him down, like sized him up, and I flicked the coal at his neck in the bar.
It had to
It
land.
did. It popped his ass real good. He was scared. After that he apologized and everything. He was just like, "You crazy," and I was just like, I had to get my lick back.
Not about to break a nail over you though.
And my nails were
Oh
very
god.
long, so I didn't feel that cold a bit on my finger. So yeah.
Ha. Lord. Oh my goodness. Men are wild. Like I completely agree with you with the 40-year-old because walking here in New York, like people walk up to me on the street, like, oh my God, what's your name? Can I talk to you? I'm like, how old are
Cause
you? And they're
the
like
mentality
40.
is not there. You got to think it's a lot of guys that still approach girls. They still in their 30s approaching girls like they say stupid shit like you jerk, you smoke. Like, bruh, find something else to ask. Like, come on, we are not in high school. They was saying that shit in high school. Like, we grown now.
Definitely.
Ask somebody what
We
they
don't
like to
even do
do.
that right now.
Like, what you like to eat. You want to go eat somewhere? You want to go? Is any movie that's out you want to go see? Like, what are you into? You know?
Let's do something.
I
Yeah.
know a great restaurant I could take you to. I know some great drinks that we can go have. Or I know some. It's a concert coming up. Would you like to go? You want to be my date? Like, you know, it's just little stuff you could ask. But that you smoke, you drink shit is irritating. You might get
So do
blocked.
you believe in the 50 blocked? How strong is your block game?
Very strong.
The black game is strong in this one. I was gonna say, do you believe in the 50-50?
No,
Like,
I can't relate. I wasn't
mm,
raised in that type of environment. Sorry.
they feel like these gender roles.
Because you have to
These gender
I
roles
look
is
at guys how a man treats I feel like how a man treat a female is how he watched his mother be raised.
oh oh.
So if you see an ain't shit nigga, his whoever he was raised around treated his mom like she wasn't shit. So he ain't shit to females.
That's why I'm glad I got to be like an older sister to my little brother, so I could at least correct some actions that were seen in the
Mhm.
household. Like, hey, just so you know, this is not okay.
Mhm.
This is okay, but this is not okay. So I appreciate that. Wait, 15 kids?
My out of my dad's kids.
But like,
It's five of us out of
where
my
are you
mom's.
that you grew up with?
I grew up with one, two of my mom's kids, and then I grew up with like five of my dad's kids.
Are you in the middle
I'm the
somewhere?
oldest on both ends.
Nice. Oldest sisters, we have the power.
Yeah.
Like, did you feel like you raised them or
Yeah.
like
Out of
y'all
my
was
mom's kids, yeah. And then like one sister out of my dad's kids because her mom died of cancer when she was 9. So yeah.
you have so much nurturing and care inside you. I wonder like you have such a giving essence.
Yeah, but people don't know that. People that look at me, they be on social media like, oh, you look so mean. I'm scared to talk to you. Like, you wouldn't know unless you actually held a conversation.
I'm glad I get this opportunity. Like, I just feel like I learned so much, but also like this is gonna get posted so other people can also hear your perspective and learn
Hmm.
your essence. Like, do you feel like you have anything else? Like, you got some shout outs to give?
No, I'm not shouting nobody out.
Not even like shout out to God. Like shout out to
He know what type of time it is. he
man.
know
Let
he
me
know
talk
where
to
he know where his spot resides in my heart. Like what?
like that. Where does it? But like, where is your priority? I saw something that was like work, family, friends. Like, what are your priorities?
Um, I would say work. I want to say family because I don't know about all that. Probably my kids. I put them before anything. And then fun.
Work, family, fun to provide, so then y'all can have fun together.
Yeah, that's why work was first.
Nice. And they said like, oh, what was your biggest lesson that you like appreciate from your parents growing up?
My lesson from my parents.
Like somebody said chores. I said being able to go to after school
You
activities,
know what
like
I know?
being well versed.
I learned, like my parents, they did not play. I had a stepfather and my mom. Like my stepfather and my mom raised me, but I still had a dad in the picture. But we would leave and stuff and try to go like to the mall to hang out because that was the kicking spot. Me and my brother, that's like 3 years under me. And they used to be on this like, you don't never leave the house with no money in your pocket. Like you don't do that. You don't go around people that you just always gotta make sure you got a way to make it back where you going or whatever. And if you want to get something, make sure you got money for that. So that was a big lesson that I applied to my everyday life as an adult too. Like being stranded and all that won't be me.
Can't be me.
Cause they used to be like, "What y'all going
Dang.
to the
So
mall
what's
for? What y'all about to steal?" Like, now we gonna go meet our friends. Okay, but what if y'all want something to eat or something to drink and y'all ain't got no money? Here's some money. Like, you got a point. You got a point.
right? Ooh. Oh, what's your favorite meal to cook?
Boom, boom, boom. Alfredo. I like making
What? Like
steaks
what's
too,
in that?
but Alfredo is so quick and good.
You have like a secret recipe?
I just make everything from scratch. I feel like everybody pretty much make their Alfredo the same if they know how to make it from scratch. Some might add a little more seasonings than others, but
Just say, for example, I don't know how to make it from scratch.
when you learn, it's gonna be very simple.
Yeah, I just know cheese, milk, stir, seasonings,
Mm,
noodles.
mm, butter, garlic.
Oh,
I don't use milk. I use heavy whipping cream. Bring it to a boil.
okay.
Add your seasonings. Put your parmesan in there. Stir it to a thicken.
Probably why. I'm gonna try that. I have heavy whipping cream here where I'm at right now,
Hmm.
and butter. Dang.
But yeah, it's so simple.
Okay.
Quick little meal. Take all the 20 minutes to make tops.
So when you go out, what's your favorite meal to get that's been made for you?
I'm a steak girl. Um, I prefer filet mignon, medium well. It depending on how I'm feeling, I might get a butterfly, but that with a side of asparagus and mashed potatoes. It's my go-to.
Well, like well though,
Mm,
like it's
no,
brown on the
medium
inside.
well.
Okay, so like little pink.
Yeah, a little pink. And depending on how the restaurant is, I might get a medium because they do some slick stuff and be overcooking it sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, everything's been like more rare. I ate a lot of shrimp.
I'm weaning off of that.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't. It's not a big thing to me no more to eat shrimp like that. And I love shrimp.
The seafood. I really wish we could just clean our oceans properly. Detox the oceans.
They're gonna clean them all right. Everybody orders seafood boils every day.
Uh, Man, I'm talking. You already know I'm talking about the water, but they just be farming that most of the time. Luckily, I'm by the sea now, but they still ship it from the Pacific, which is strange, but it is what it is. That's what I'm trying to get to where everything is actually truly fresh.
Hmm.
But what calls to you in Tokyo?
Hmm?
What why
I was
Tokyo?
a Gwen Stefani fan growing up. And she had her
Mm.
Harajuku girls and her Harajuku line. So I was obsessed.
Did you ever watch any type of anime?
I'm not into anime because I don't understand it.
That's fine. They have like subtitles and English version where then it's basically a cartoon.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But I liked when
Some
she introduced the Harajuku stuff because they have like a little area in Tokyo, Japan where they do cause every day of the week, like just for the whole year. That's just their life. Their life is cause. Then I have a homegirl that does cause.
nice. So what about when Nikki did it?
Hmm?
What about like when
I
Nicki
was
Minaj did
already
it?
on it
Did
before
you
she
like?
came. She's like the watered down
Uh,
Harajuku vibe.
True. She's like, I'm gonna pop in with this, and now it's gone.
Yeah, it was just, and it wasn't all the way. She was like half stepping it. She made it like ghetto. She put her own little ghetto twist to it. Like,
This is true. I wanted to know if you had any like closing statements, advice you wish you got when you were younger.
oh, I wish I was told to save. How to save.
How do you save?
Financial literacy. That should have been taught. I don't. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Understandable.
That is the issue. But no, like if I knew the stuff and methods that I know now, then I probably would have prospered way more and had the right people in my ears. Like, coming from a different type of environment and you get fast money, they always teach you how to spend it. They never teach you how to keep it. Like you always
Huh.
buying all the new
True.
stuff. Oh, we gotta have this. Oh, we gotta have that. Oh, we gotta look the part. And then like now that I'm an adult, I just don't care no more. I just be like, whatever. I could come in here looking regular as hell and got more money than whoever. So I'm not even tripping.
Dang. Well, I guess it's like I just want to ask you so many questions to pick your brain, but
You can.
I just hope this opens more. Like I just hope this opens a different door for a different conversation now, because we're about to hit 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Ooh.
So I know, right? Huh. Oh, do you have any like artists? Like you said, Gwen Stefani inspired you to like Harajuku, but do you have any like visual artists or other musical artists that kind of like inspire you? Because Kendrick be spitting in a different type of
You know
way,
who I
but I
used to
also
love?
like those stuff.
I was a Wale. I was into Wale real heavy too at one point.
Indeed, Molly, indeed.
Yeah. And I love Kanye.
Well, which song?
Kanye. You can't forget Kanye.
Even now, like as a parent,
Even now, I understand though. I really do.
how do you understand him?
You gotta put yourself in a position like, dude, he was a mama's boy. His mom is gone. Like he is trying to replace all of these things, his mom with all these things, and he just can't. He lashing out. He just want to be loved. That's all. He been a musical genius for sure. And then like when I listen to the weekend musical genius. I love him. People don't even understand him. Like they like, what is this? Like, man, you gotta listen to his music to understand. And he tells
I
you
was
he's
there.
real and hardcore, straightforward to the point. Like, I won an award for a kids show, and I tell them I am not a teen choice. The fuck. I'm rapping about doing blow, and y'all talking about teen choice award. Like, what did I win an award for that for?
Y'all gotta stop. But you said kids gonna look what kids look at, so
Mm-hmm.
they like his music too. What about like visual artists, like dancers? I know you said you were into performance art, like still are, but any dancers that like Sierra just released a video. Oh, that was something I was gonna say. Like I feel
I like
like
Tiana
the
Taylor,
club isn't.
but I feel like she
Oh my gosh,
she
so
she
talented.
danced like a male stripper to me. I feel like she gives those vibes. Like I don't know who's her choreographer, but Sierra cool. I like Chris Brown. He got so much energy. We know where the energy come from, but before that, he had energy.
Where's the energy coming from?
Oh my god, that man do more powder than a little bit.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, okay. Dang. I was gonna say I feel like the industry is like I know sex sales, but it's like they're like the club itself. maybe it's not thriving as much because what people used to have to go and get dressed up for and participate in live and in person is in every music video, TV show,
Yeah.
and internet girl. Like if you
So it's
scroll
nothing
Twitter,
exclusive. You feel
half
like the exclusiveness has been taken away.
yes,
I feel like that too.
yes. And it's like, dang, like how are we thriving? Like
Like, what's
what
exciting?
type of
What is there
money?
to be excited about when everybody looks like the same and everybody's doing the same? You see the same shit everywhere. So where is the excitement? I get it. I felt like that with the music, with a lot of the rappers right now, today's music. I don't listen to a lot of people like because I've been in Detroit so long that when I leave Detroit and I'm hearing other people in different cities and states trying to sound like they're from Detroit, it pisses me off because it's like, bro, I didn't come here to listen to that. Like if I'm there, I don't mind it because that's their culture, that's their wave, that's what they've been doing. They've been sounding like. Don't switch off flow to sound like them. Then now I'm down here confused. Like, what do y'all listen to? Sound like your stuff. That's why I was happy when that Glorilla girl came out with her song because she put on for her city. She had their sound, and that's what they sound like. Like, all right, somebody that don't sound like fucking Detroit right now. I like that.
Huh. But Glorilla. I don't know why. I just like heard Gloria in my head, but it's probably either way. Music. I love music so much.
Even I don't feel like she should have signed, but mm.
What? What's wrong with
I don't
signing?
feel like she should have did that to herself. I just don't. I feel like it was a premature time in her life. Like this your prime. You doing your thing. Like you just started popping and you let a motherfucker come throw you on a record label. Now they own you. While you thriving right now. You girl, you should have ran your bag up and then let them play with numbers. That way you
Right.
got your own assets already put up.
But in this music industry, like where people X Tentacion was such he was coming up. Like if you listen to some of his music,
Mm,
it's different sounding, it has a message, and then now he passed. Like Pop Smoke,
so quick.
similar.
Mm-hmm.
So quick, like it's almost scary. Like if you not under a label, it's almost like grabbing security guards. It
Mm-hmm.
feels like that's what it is. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of female rappers pass away, but why are they doing this to our males? It's like, dang. And then they want to sell all their music after they're
But you want to know what's
gone that they were
crazy?
working.
What's her name? Young Miami got shot at when
What?
she was up and coming. Yeah, she was in a G wagon.
Miami,
The G
though?
wagon got shot up. This was when she very first got signed. Yes, in Miami.
Why are they doing this? I don't understand. Also, like, the groups, when groups split up, like, Migos, now it's just Quavo. City Girls, now Miami on everything. Like, wait, what? What? Are we
JT,
gonna
they
ever
still
stay
got music
together?
together. It's just everybody was doing music with
Okay,
Miami because JT was in jail.
right. When one person takes the fall for what y'all both was doing, but whatever. I guess we'll talk about that later. Like, it's okay. Like, just like with I was about to say Ripka twins. Sisters, Claremont twins. One of them disappeared for a little while, but the other one was still just out and about.
Well, one
So,
had to sit down because she killed that man.
ah, dang. I thought they just robbed that guy.
No, he overdosed and died when he overdosed. And she took his credit cards and stuff and just ran his cards up. She was the last person with him.
Okay, now I see. Jeez, this world is
You know,
getting
she
like
was
real
on. She
crazy.
wasn't allowed to go nowhere for a while. She came. I actually danced them when she came to Detroit. They came to Truth. and requested me for their section. They didn't spend no money, but yeah, I was in their section.
Man, that is
And
why do they
when
do
it
that?
when it hit, I think the one girl, she ended up almost going to jail. They had arrested her because she had took that booking. She wasn't supposed to be out of wherever she was at.
Oh, jeez. So why does what type of politic is that? Like you book celebrities, but the celebrities don't spend their money, and they spend like 1,000 that the club gives them. Like, wait, what? How is this? What is
It's
this? Who is
supposed
this
to bring a
benefiting?
crowd, a spending crowd. Supposed to bring, but when they
Oh,
don't, I mean, I don't know. I don't really get mad when celebrities don't spend money. I just know who section not to go to when they come.
ah, that makes sense.
I just be like, oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Hmm.
I I remember when the Migos came to Truth, or maybe it was Silver when it was still
It
Silver.
probably was still Silver
They was doing that was a good day.
Rain.
That was a good day
Silver
for
Rain,
everybody.
when they were running Truth and
Yeah.
Silver Rain, that club was a blessing. I'm not gonna lie. I made so much money out of there. Like it was like guys just knew. They knew. They knew what they came for. They went in there playing around.
They weren't. Was that
Like you
East
couldn't
Side?
just go and if you said you ain't make no money, you had to been just chilling in the dressing room because there was no way. It was too much money flowing through there.
That's about right. That is about right. It's okay though. One day there will be a revival because I feel like now after a pandemic, money has changed so
People are still
much because it was just,
adapting to what's going on.
huh?
That's what all it is. People still adapting. They don't know what they want to do right now. That's why the bars ain't all doing what they supposed to be doing. Some bars is prospering right now, but the ones that were once prospering and are not, people are just trying to figure it out.
Give it time.
Hmm.
I'll give it a little while, but these New York City clubs are a little racist.
A lot. I've been there. Definitely been there.
Like, what is
And they're cheap.
whatever?
Like very cheap.
What? But this is the most expensive city in the
Yeah, if
world.
you like, you gotta have some other things going on. I see why them girls was robbing them
Okay.
mans in that movie Hustlers.
Makes sense. Makes sense to me, based on a true story.
Because I seen that a lot of oh my god. Mm. No, I see that a lot of the waitresses is the ones that make money there, the bartenders. It's not the dancers. People come there for.
They literally get built like Legos to be a waitress, which is fine. That's what you want to do, but it it's it is what it is. Once again, I'm gonna focus on what I came up here for, which is to perform and be on a stage, like Broadway, and I guess figure it out because I've never danced anywhere other than Michigan. Don't know why, but just is the fact of the matter.
You just
So,
gotta find somewhere you comfortable with that you can like really vibe and really like the people. You like the environment as far as like the management and that's I feel like that's what make it.
hmm,
That's what make it cool. Cause if you can get along with management, the other girls and the customers are just a bonus. Like boom, it just make it a
no
good
matter
place to
what
be.
year it is. Well, do you ever think it'll be like it was when you first started, though? Like,
No, that
cause
momentum won't
now,
ever be the same, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because you got to think when you first started, them first little few hundreds or whatever, that was everything to you. Like you thought that was cool. Like so, once you start making a certain amount, you would start expecting that amount. You don't even want them, whatever you got when you first started. You like, that's not enough.
Right.
And you gotta think realistic. Like you have to put yourself in a realistic mind frame. Like, okay, every girl don't make this every day. Y'all calm down. It's okay to make a few hundred. It's okay. Try this shit again tomorrow.
Okay.
But will it ever? No,
Okay.
because I feel like I had way more fun in the beginning than I do as I got older.
So I'm saying like in 11 too. Like
It'll never be like
how?
that. I'm sorry. It would never, ever. I I have not heard of no bar. No, it will never. There's too many people dipping their hands in the strip, like the dancers' bags now. Like back then, our money was our money. Now you got a lot of weird shit
Mm.
going on in the bars where they'd be like, okay, all the girls leave the money on the floor, and the bar still gets a cut out of that money. When back then you just paid to work, all your money was yours. Whatever you made was yours. They money got made at the door from the dancers. So this new thing they got going on now where they feel like they need cuts out of everything, it'll never be like back then. Hell, I remember going in sections and every nigga in that section had 10,000 singles apiece. You ain't gonna see that now. Not freely. Having fun. No. Guys that have $1,000 sitting on their table in Miami, we walk right. Well, I would. And other girls would walk right past their ass like that wasn't nothing. I'd be over there getting their money, the money in the sections, to everything.
Boot.
Now you see
A
somebody with
whole
1,000,
boot.
they gonna take their ass over there because they need that. It ain't like how it used to be.
That's fine. That's why I feel like investing and going like what you want to do and starting businesses is so
Uh
important.
huh. Well, I have a business. I just don't speak on it.
Are you gonna speak on it now?
Dun, dun, dun. No, but I
Okay,
can touch
that's
bases
fine.
on it. Like I sell hair, wigs, and clothes, and slippers and pajamas and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't want to say too much on the name because I don't want nobody to be like, "Oh, let me go buy her business from her, copy and trademark it." No, we're not doing
No,
that.
no, no, definitely not.
That
Definitely
happens to
not.
somebody I know when she was getting hers off the ground, and I just can't. And it was thriving real good.
Oh
And
Lord,
I actually met the girl who took the business right here on Clubhouse.
come on now.
Yep.
Oh Lord, it's fine. It's not fine. Karma. You believe in karma?
Oh, the person that took it and gave it to the girl, yeah, he got his karma for sure. He got his karma.
That's fine. Oh no, like, do you feel like God punishes, or do you feel like God just
I
like,
wouldn't say it's the punishment, but it's more so a lesson.
huh?
That's why you got to be
That's
careful how you treat people.
that's so true. Like, but
I had so
when
many
it comes
times
down to
I could do
respect,
the craziest things to people or the most whatever and get over on people, and I just didn't. I never did. Like even no matter how bad they did me in the end, I just didn't do it because I always
mm,
knew karma is a real thing. That shit come back.
ah, and there's certain things that I've studied that, because you got to know like what's out there. Not saying like it's just like different languages, knowing that there's Italian and Spanish. It was like you don't want to try to do a spell where it's gonna do harm to someone
Oh, I'm
else
not
because that
messing with
harm is
it
gonna
at
come.
all. My great grandmother's Creole.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I'm cool. I got enough going on with dead people coming in my dreams talking to me. I don't. That's enough.
Like,
I feel spirits and auras and all of that shit. I don't bother. I will not. No, ma'am.
So that's why you just like, I'm gonna pray, speak to the source energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Like, do you have any crystals?
No.
Rocks.
Mm-mm.
I've been picking up rocks since I was a little kid. So I don't know. God made the earth. I feel kind of comfortable holding a piece of earth close by me sometimes.
That's cool, but I don't want
But
it.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, I don't want it.
But
I don't know what's going
what's
on.
your favorite piece of jewelry?
Um, I like white gold
Huh.
because everybody likes yellow, and I like white. It's different.
Nice. Like on a watch, on a necklace, and
A
some earrings.
necklace, bracelets, whatever. But I'm not a
I'm
big
feeling like
person
my
with jewelry
hand.
either.
Mhm. Oh yeah. I like earrings,
I just
but
started wearing
necklaces.
earrings again. It took a lot for me to wear earrings. I had zero confidence because of the way my piercings. I haven't had my ears pierced since I was a little kid, so I don't be wanting my earrings to give the Mary J. Blige vibe. Like, you ain't about to have my ears hanging low.
Stretch lobes.
But I learned to
Oh,
just
but
buy
yeah.
lighter, like they ain't weighted earrings that don't have weights on them.
Right. Oh, that's real. Dang. So I guess what's your goal for next year?
Next
Are
year,
you officially retired now?
am I officially retired? I said that out of anger, but I feel like it. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it, but I feel like I'll still dip and dab because I probably only
Hmm.
worked 6 times this whole year in the club, literally.
That's once a month.
Like, I
Popping.
have not really been on it like that no more. I feel like if you pay me, that's different, but just stumbling in the club like, oh, I'm trying to figure things. No, I am too old to be trying to figure anything out. Cause I'm too straightforward and raw with it. I'ma ask a guy, look, what you here for? We gonna get this out the way right now. Are you bored? You just need
Yeah,
somebody to
food.
talk to? Like, what's going on? Cause we could do that, or you could get some
That's a very
dances.
direct
Either way, you gonna pay. So,
one. I'm checking off my list. I'm here. You here. Let's go.
mm-hmm.
But what's the funniest movie you've seen?
Ooh, the funniest movie. I'm not even a movie person. I like documentaries and reality shows a little
Hi.
bit.
Reality shows can be funny.
Like, I've been watching the little zoo stuff and laughing at there's that Batty South, and I like P Valley on the fake side, but
Mm. Actually, no. Like personally, one of the stunt doubles slash pole dancers in there. She's like an internationally accomplished pole dancer, and I'm trying to just learn a few things for just
oh,
a few things. Foxy.
hmm
Foxy. Hmm.
I know all the.
I don't know how. I know
But they picked a lot of girls from Atlanta for that
they
show,
right there.
and being that I was, taught the game a little bit in Miami, and how Miami and Atlanta girls is, they never were too fond of each other.
Oh.
Yeah, it's always been like a beef with them. So when that show leaned more towards like the Houston girls staying in cast and the Atlanta girls staying, it's like, okay, maybe they got they main people from Atlanta. Because Miami got some people. They got some talent, but I don't know how to explain it.
No, you just did.
They might got too much
Cause it
going
sounds
on.
like
I feel like Atlanta dancers don't be having too much going on. They do, but they don't. They got too much free time on their hands. Miami girls gonna be like, bitch, what? No, I got a bag to get. Fuck this show. I'm out. It's a lot of people that go to Atlanta and they just there for the experience.
wow. I guess this is what it is.
Because I literally
Okay.
know
All
girls
right.
that'll go down there and jump in music videos for free with big name people, and you be like, okay, you in a video? What you get? Did you get paid? No. Okay. That's why people don't respect you when it comes to your hustle, because you just doing shit for free for the clout. I'm straight. I don't care about clout. Give me my money. I don't give a fuck if you made your album and you live down the street from me. You're paying me. I'll treat them the same way how I treat the celebrities. You gonna pay me for my talents and my efforts. I'm not getting all dolled up and fine to be in your video. You wanted me in your video, so you're gonna pay for me being there.
Hmm.
But if you're a
So do you expect a
groupie,
deposit though?
huh?
Yeah. I like. Do you expect a deposit?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Huh. Deposit.
For sure.
How am I supposed to live
Ain't no
when they
freebies.
just starve?
We don't do the free stuff. Free don't pay nothing. You see how expensive stuff is now.
Oh my goodness. Water, bread.
You can't
Everybody
even blink
figuring out
for
how to cook
free. It costs. You gotta go get some Visine.
it. Man, that's too wild. COVID. Not even COVID, just existing. So I was like, I'm tired of living, paying to live. You gotta
Yeah.
pay to live here on this whole planet.
No, what shocked me is all these out of country buyers buying up our stuff, trying to push us out of our things. Like, you guys don't even live over here. Why are you purchasing our properties like this?
Because the United States has the most diverse agricultural land in the world.
Insane.
You saw everybody was trying to get over here in the first place, so now they're trying to figure out like, oh, I see why they was trying to get over there. They got everything. We should probably get over there because it's dry. Michigan has all the fresh water in the world.
Hmm.
Definitely gonna have to get a piece of land over there, even if it's in the Upper Peninsula. It's
Yeah.
like a nice little piece.
Gotta get them while it's still cheap.
Cause cheap, definitely. I'm trying to figure out how though.
Hmm.
Like, how could I buy
They have they
$100,000 worth
have
of land?
like sites that you can go on. Like you can get houses dirt cheap. Like you can have $1,000 to get a house and just it's a fixer upper.
Good point. Point taken. Did you play sports like volleyball, basketball?
I ran track.
Runner's legs. Got it.
400 meter
I have to get
dash
running.
when I was in high school.
Nice. Your lungs must have been strong.
Hmm.
I said your lungs must have been
I'm
strong.
asthmatic. I had to push through it.
What?
Yes, it was times and I had to build it up. On the build up, I would be pushing, and my coach would be like, "Girl, you need to slow. You gotta stop. You need to take a break." And I just like, "No, I gotta finish." Like you too determined.
Over here, SpongeBob.
Hmm.
That's
But I
fine.
was always determined. That was the thing. So it didn't really. I pushed through and got better and learned how to maintain my breathing. That was cool. Now that I'm older,
Do you
now I'm
still?
older. It's different now.
Ah,
After
all that. Yeah.
the pandemic that slowed me down.
What about the hookah?
Nah, I'll be fine. I keep my inhaler with me at all times.
Okay, just in case I'm here. Got my buddy.
Hmm. I'll be in a bar drinking and might have an asthma attack, and I'll get the huffing. They be like, "What the?" I'll be like, "Yeah, don't even let that bother you. I'm getting right real quick."
Give me 1 second. See, they got like 82,000 for 3 acres. I already know. I started looking immediately. Like, let me see. Where is it at? 100 for a little bit of acres. Just a couple, like less than an acre.
But you got to remember, an acre is
And
big.
I need that. I need the
1 acre
farm.
is like an equivalent. That's one neighborhood. Like that could be. No, no, it's not. 4 acres. I say about 4 acres would be a whole neighborhood, or three.
Just a little bit of acre. I just need a little acre. Half acre, .5.
Now 50, you just trying to do too much unless you just got a school you building or something and a huge factory or. Hmm.
We're not gonna speak on that out loud, but mm-hmm. Yeah, yep, actually, yes, indeed. That's all I want to do. But my mentor that I met here was like, once you open a school, you're not gonna be dancing because it's like having a little
It
baby.
is.
I'm like,
That's one thing about a
okay, well,
business. You gonna put your all into it, or you gonna let it fall. And I don't know. You give like you'll be focused on your business.
yes, yeah. My aunt was just telling me how I need to figure out how I can um not itemize, but marginalize
Hmm.
while still maximizing the focus of what I'm trying to do. So eventually, definitely are invited to have a TED talk then.
Cool.
Okay, that's better. Right? I'm teaching kids right now in
Poe,
Brooklyn. Sometimes,
how
but
do you feel
hip
about
hop,
that? Because
dance,
I know the Russians, that's their thing with the kids.
easy. It's really up to the parent. As long as the parent knows that it's probably going to be in the next one or two Olympics,
Hmm.
and the earlier that they start, the better they will
Hmm.
be. Like perfectly fine. As
Child,
long as because they
Them
have
Russians is coming to heat. I seen them little kids like years ago, like 5 years ago.
vertical
I seen them,
gymnastics.
and I'm just like, whoa.
Yep, yep. Let them do it. As long as you know, like they have leotards that you can put them in, as well as you can just make their dance like a competition dance on the floor,
Hmm.
and then the gymnastics routine on the pole, because that's all it is. It's vertical gymnastics.
Hmm.
One of the studios I worked at, I was teaching a 14-year-old, so
Mm.
she was underage. I started actually when I was like 16 or
You
17.
did? How?
And Fantasy Fitness closed at this point right now, but my mom will be taking classes, and then I
So
will
your
be in the
mom
back
pole
room.
danced?
Yeah, she used to do cheer and gymnastics, and she was doing it for fitness. And then I remember she was like, "Okay, we're gonna let her just take like a flexibility class or a fit class." Like if they were more open about it when I was younger, I would have been a way different person. Like because the competition series were already started then. But yeah,
Mm.
I technically started underage. So
Yeah, but you're an artistic dancer. It's not like you're on the sexual side. I not from what I've seen.
a little bit of both.
Yeah, but
A little bit
you
of both.
catch my drift.
I do. Right? I'm just like, got to. Cause now it's like you said, it sells and in this industry, like everybody has to dance in heels. Like on Broadway, they expect you to bring heels to every single audition. And if you don't know how to drop it low and roll it, then they're like, okay, where's your rhythm at?
Hmm.
What's happening? What's going on over there? But it's all good. I actually Love it, and I haven't been doing it as much as I should be because of where it is in the world right now. But we will definitely be getting back to it ASAP. I have some classes at Foxy that expire at the end of this month, so I'm trying to strategically plan out when I'm gonna do them.
Mhm.
Like, okay, but it's more like just open polls because out here I don't have any of my polls yet,
Mm.
so it's fine.
See, I
One
never
day,
took a
well,
class.
self-taught is some more of the most powerful dancers that I've seen because then you get to learn your body and works for you.
Mm-hmm. But it's some stuff I be watching. I'm like, ooh, that look fun. I might try that. I'm gonna wait though. I'll watch
No way, cause
what is his name? Bentley.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a wild one.
My homeboy, he grew up with him and he's just like, I don't like him. I'm just like, well, I look at his work. I don't give a damn about him as a person.
So you separate the work from the artist.
Yeah.
That makes
Like
sense.
he'll do some tricks and I'm like, yeah, I gotta learn that one.
I don't know what you're doing, sir, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Hmm.
That's so lit. I'm so glad I got to have this conversation with you. I feel like there's like so many more things to talk about, but we're gonna leave them one and more now. So if you have any closing statement,
Nope, I just feel like whoever decides to listen to this, they could take little notes from what we talked about and went over. Don't jump in the game head first thinking it's sweet because it's not. And it was a pleasure to speak with you.
it was an amazing time to have this conversation with you as well. Thank you for joining me on this social butterfly experience. And I hope you have an amazing day going in. It's Cancer season. Happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you.
You're welcome. I wish you so much success and prosperity and a blessed life ahead of you. And I hope to speak to you again.
Oh, definitely.
Yay! Well, this has been the Social Butterfly Show. I am Kat. That's Kitty Kobaine. Our Ruts again want to bid you adieu and thank you.
All right. Bye bye.